Okay, so we're back with the second part of today. We are expecting three great presentations. So the first one is by Pardeep Kumar that you have already heard and seen talking during the panel. So thank you for this. And then we'll have another two talks, one by List and one by Queen's University of Belfast. So the stage is yours. And thank you again for being here.
Thank you so very much, Bob. It's quite really disappointing, like, not everybody is back yet.
There are people still walking back.
Okay, but that's okay. I was expecting basically, same, like, after lunch, many people will be disappeared. But that's okay, good for us actually. We can have very nice discussion also. Okay, so for next 20 minutes or so, I will be just talking about security dynamics through the lens of security dynamics of one of our existing project, which is called Intelligence to Drive, Move, Save, Win. The project is, again, it's a Eureka project funded by Innovate UK. Very small acknowledgement that, as I said, this is a kind of joint collaboration between EMS, Brunel University, and Warwick, WMG. Now I would like to have really my very active participations from my audience. Let's talk about quickly or revisit mobility before 1990s, 90s or 99. How many of you have used, let's say, this ox cart or bullet cart for your day-to-day mobility purpose? Say, can I have a show of hands, please? If somebody. My question is, how many of you have used horse cart or ox cart as a vehicle to go from A to B or from one place to another place? Horse cart. Good. At least we have someone brave. Okay, 2, 3. Yeah, very good. See, using it for one day is a different story, but using it every day, it's completely different story. So I'm just talking about you have been using horse cart or ox cart in day-to-day life. I have used, by the way. When I was growing, I was going to school, we were always using this ox cart to go to one village to another village. It would take, believe me, 2 kilometers, nearly 1 hour, slowly. And then I have had okay, my father have had kind of one car, which is called Maruti Suzuki in India, if you are from there. So it was again kind of complete change for us in early 2000. And since then, there have been a lot of technology built, new autonomous vehicle built, and so on and so forth. Let's completely talk about different now. See, I was talking about mobility in late 90s. Now I'm talking about mobility in 2026. How many of you have been driving cars as of today, please? May I have show of hands? Say yes, please. Yeah, Madhushankar, you don't drive? Car. Say yes, man. You are here, part of the audience, by the way. Yes, I really would like to have very interactive discussion, basically. So most of you have been driving modern cars today. How these cars are different than previous generation or the cars which were we using in 90s? Anyone, please? Yes, automatic driving, very good. Sensors, yes. Yeah. Ricardo, anything? No? GPS, okay. ADAS. Huh? Second? eSIM. Okay, good. Yeah, infotainment or mobile calls and this and that. So Okay. The beauty of modern car is, if you look at the modern cars, they have decision making done within few seconds, sometimes milliseconds. Whereas the decisions were made in ox cart would take several minutes, several hours sometime. Likewise, proximity, if you look at the boundaries, with the ox cart, you may have some boundaries, but with the autonomous vehicle, the boundaries are limitless. We really don't know what instructions is being executed in which city. We really don't know. The limits are boundless, limitless. Likewise, systems of systems actually. If you look at, again, back in 1990s, we did not have systems of systems basically. But these days, within your autonomous vehicle, there are several systems. For example, infotainment. Another one, your maps, your ADAS, like advanced assistant driving systems. So many systems of systems are being built, and where they are running, we really don't know. They are running in USA, one is running in USA, another one is running in Netherlands, another one is running maybe in Ireland, Dublin. We don't know. So you can see the complexity of the systems actually. Likewise, lifetime of the devices. If let's say I would have a ox cart, if it has some lifetime, I would throw it, will take the wooden out from the cart, maybe burn them for my cooking stuff. But these devices, as of today, their lifetime is very small, by the way. If one of the sensors from my car is somehow, let's say, not been working, I will throw it away. And when I talk about sensors, someone can really take over the sensor, and they can dig out a lot of information from the sensor. So we really need to think about that. Likewise, security protocols. So for for ox cart or horse cart, we did not have any security protocol. But here you have to think about security also of your devices, of your communication, and so on and so forth. So you can see the mobility as of today is really, really very complex. We are building very, very complex systems. Now, can I have again show of hands? How many sensors or ECU does your typical car have as of today? May I have some show of hands, please? Anyone who has done something with the autonomous vehicle? Say yes or no. Yes? You might have seen my previous presentation at Being Voice. Yes. So if you look at, if I give you kind of a timeline, then in 1990s, your car might have had kind of 1 to 5 ECUs. And then 2000, the number has gone up to 50, 60. And these days, if you look at your car, if you really understand the mechanism or the systems within the car, you would really see more than 70 or 100 ECUs. Not only ECUs, but you have other sensors also. So these all ECUs or sensors are making your vehicle more complex, more smart also. And we are not talking about radars and LiDAR, and this is completely different story basically. If I tell you, Waymo car, how many LiDAR or radar system they do have? It's a big number basically. Anyway, so this is not our concern. So all these ECUs, sensors are making your Internet of Vehicles more complex because of these sensors will be talking to other vehicles. These sensors will be talking to infrastructure. These sensors will be talking to pedestrians. These sensors will be talking to roadside units. These sensors will be talking to your red lights and so on and so forth. So several things basically in this very complex system. One thing, there are like several challenges. One interesting part for me is communication. How the communication will be happening within the vehicle or externally. Okay, let's have a quick look on this slide. On the left-hand side, we have internal communication. By the way, how many of you have been working with autonomous vehicle? Okay, quite many. Okay, good. Did you play with the protocols? Say yes or no? Huh? Okay, not everybody. So it will be like kind of good session for us. You will be learning. I will be also learning. Oh, only 5 minutes, man. Okay, there are so many communication protocols. So I will go quickly with the internal communication protocol. LIN, local interconnect network. Then FlexRay, CAN, very well known. And then your MOST, which is mainly for the infotainment system, actually, media and other stuff. So we have done some analysis and try to break them down within our lab settings. So what we have done, we just assume that, okay, no, somehow any adversary would fit any device, counterfeit device to your vehicle, and they can play easily with your vehicle. So in this, basically, we have done, in this experiment, we have analyzed FlexRay protocol. FlexRay is the one which is taking control of your brakes, your steering, your many more systems actually within the vehicle. So we played with the FlexRay, and then we try to somehow inject some commands, and believe me, we were able to take over the brakes within the vehicle, basically. So these are some snippets of our code, and we were able to somehow illuminate the ABS light on the dashboard. Once you have ABS light illuminated on your dashboard, you start panicking. So it was a kind of nice exercise for us. Likewise, we have done for the CAN also. So if you know little bit a tool, Kali, you can really play with the several attacks. So here we have done replay attack very successfully on CAN protocol. Okay. Another one, quickly. In previous slide, I was talking about internal communication. Now let's quickly talk about external communication. External communication means when your vehicle is talking to other vehicle, your vehicle is talking to maybe roadside infrastructure. So they use usually this protocol, which is called DSRC, dedicated short range communication. It's completely based on IEEE 802.11p. Another one is, C2V2X. It's very well-known protocol as of today. In Asian countries, it is somehow already in progress, and many countries have been using or implementing it in day-to-day life. So our interest was here to analyze the security of DSRC, basically. So we have just bought some Wi-Fi adapter, which can capture some frames, and it can also inject packets, and we did same. So we have used some we bought some devices which is being used for the vehicle-to-vehicle communication, or if you want to implement some cruise control, intelligent cruise control, this device is being used. We did some experiments, and we found that, interestingly, lack of entity authentication, and there were no confidentiality for the data or for the payload, actually. It's really very interesting. Yeah. There is an integrity, packet integrity, but it is just very weak one. They are saying yes, there is some security implemented, but it's a questionable security, basically. Anyway, lesson learned. We are really living in a very exciting time where we can see like, autonomous driving happening in day-to-day life. But the security is still like, stuck. Safety, again, another issue. So many like, standards are being made for safety, but I would still question security basically. Companies, manufacturing companies, big companies are saying, hey, we have security, but do you really have adequate security implemented for your vehicle? Questionable. Anyway, so we really need to do too much. We really need to somehow get together, collaborate, and work done. My final slide is, this is a homework, by the way, for you, not for me. Why people do not trust their smart cars as of today. Think about it. Thank you so very much. It's me. If you have any question or many questions, you can ask me. Otherwise, good to go.
Because okay, we can think about safety through the lens of cybersecurity. So in order to be certified, to be safe, for example, autonomous vehicles, etc., I assume you would need to test those cybersecurity aspects in order to certify that, for example, the control system won't be taken over by adversaries. By Vehicular. So if those, let's say, cars are already on the market, why do they fail? Because by doing so, clearly they can't pass the safety check.
Well, that's a good question, actually. For example, we might have heard like, stories about Tesla S model few years back. If we look at like, Tesla, they are well known, by the way. I don't know, like, why they are not considering security at highest priority. Maybe safety, yes. But as you said, like, security may lead to safety issues also. I don't have any answer basically for them. Even back in the UK recently, JLR, big giant actually in manufacturing, in car manufacturing, completely like, everything was stopped. It happened like, only last year, late last year, for several months, cyber attack, full cyber attack on their supply chain, nothing. I really do not have an answer for this, to be honest, because of, I don't know why car manufacturing companies are not taking security or cybersecurity at highest priority.
Really must, because now it's the same as the artificial intelligence, because cybersecurity is the broader, everybody knows it, but clearly now cybersecurity failures would lead to safety failures or other failures as well. I guess I would assume the specification at least with the power on this as a price.
It's not only about autonomous vehicle, basically. If I give you an example of other, how to say, well-established industries, for example, aviation, believe me, you will question on yourself why I'm flying. Thank you so very much.
Thank you so much.